US-항공 1549편 항공기가 뉴욕 라과디아 공항을 막 출발했습니다.
Birds.
And that fast, we were just on top of them.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
항공기의 엔진 2개가 전부 멈춰버렸습니다.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Cactus 1549.
항공기가 추락하고 있지만 대책을 강구할 시간이 몇 초밖에 없습니다.
We can get it for you. You want to try and land on runway 13.
We're unable.
탑승자 155명의 목숨이 기장의 올바른 결정에 달려 있습니다.
Okay, Cactus 1549, you can land runway 1 at Peterborough.
Can't do it.
라과디아로 회항도, 테터보로 공항의 불시착도 여의치 않자 기장은 에어버스 항공기를 바로 옆에 있는 활주로에 착륙시키기로 결심합니다.
We're going to be in the Hudson.
늦은 오후의 뉴욕 라과디아 공항입니다.
Please take a moment to listen to this important information.
US-항공 1549편은 뉴욕에서 노스캐롤라이나주 샬럿으로 가는 짧은 노선을 운항합니다.
At least it will be a little warmer in Charlotte.
Your seat serves flotation device.
이번 비행의 운항 책임자는 57살의 체슬리 슐렌버그 기장과
Clear to push.
41살의 제프리 스카일스 부기장입니다.
We were late because the weather was bad earlier, but by this point the weather cleared off for our departure and it was just puffy clouds.
28 brakes released.
Spot 28 for Cactus 1549.
유럽산 에어버스 A320 항공기에 승객 150명이 탑승했습니다. 사업가 클레이 플레슬리는 샬럿에 있는 집에 가는 길입니다.
I arrived at the airport at LaGuardia. It was very cold. It had been snowing a little bit that day, and we had a storm coming in, so we wanted to make sure we made that flight and weren't hung up or delayed on some later flights.
슐렌버그 기장과 승무원들은 1시간 전에 샬럿에서 날아왔습니다.
Your brakes, your aircraft.
부기장 스카일스가 샬럿으로 돌아가는 비행기를 조종할 겁니다.
My aircraft.
조종사들은 흔히 업무를 분담하기 때문이죠.
Cactus 1549, runway 4, clear for takeoff.
Cactus 1549, clear for takeoff.
두 사람 모두 4일 연속 비행을 하고 있는데 이번이 마지막 일정입니다.
We made our standard call-outs. It was just a normal takeoff, normal procedures on the climb out. There was absolutely nothing at all to indicate that this would be any different than any other takeoff in my entire career.
그러나 그날이 저물면서 그들은 세계에서 가장 유명한 승무원이 되게 됩니다.
Gear up, please.
Gear up.
패트릭 카트는 라과디아 공항의 항공교통을 관리하는 관제사입니다. 세계에서 스트레스를 가장 많이 받는 직업입니다.
When I sit down in front of a radar, I'm responsible for every person on every airplane under my control. And I take that responsibility very seriously.
Cactus 1549, New York departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 15,000.
항공기는 라과디아 북동부로 상승해서 샬럿을 향해 남쪽으로 천천히 회전할 예정입니다.
I think I had about 3 or 4 airplanes on my frequency at that time. And it was just a normal departure. You know, it was just another flight that I've handled a million times.
제너럴 일렉트릭 엔진 2개의 추진력으로 항공기가 하늘로 올라갑니다.
Cactus 1549, 700, climbing 5,000. What a view of the Hudson today.
Yeah.
After takeoff checklist complete.
1549편 항공기는 시속 400km로 가고 있으며 이륙한 지 겨우 1분 30초가 지났습니다.
I caught something out of the corner of my eye, and slightly to our right, but still ahead of us, was a line of birds. And They were very, very close, too close for us to maneuver around. And that fast, we were just on top of them.
You can just feel the power of the plane going forward. And then all of a sudden, there was this gigantic boom. It seemed like it stopped in midair, like you hit a brick wall. And then all of a sudden, somebody said, "The left engine's on fire."
Before we could even assess the situation,
We got one roll, both of them rolling back.
both engines rolled back to idle.
Ignition start.
문제가 발생한 지 13초 만에 슐렌버그 기장이 고투하는 항공기를 조종합니다.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
Get the QRH. Loss of thrust in both engines.
QRH, 즉 비정상 업무 절차는 비상사태 시 대응 절차를 단계별로 기록해 놓은 겁니다.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Cactus 1549. Hit birds. We've lost thrust in both engines. We're turning back towards LaGuardia.
When a pilot says Mayday or declares an emergency, you go from a focus state to a hyper-focus state. You just focus in on the emergency itself and figure out the solution to the problem.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia. Turn left, heading 220.
220.
All of a sudden, there was a smell that came through the cabin.
Something's burning.
If fuel remaining, engine mode selector, ignition.
What I'm thinking, though, at this point is that, we're just going to have to restart an engine.
Thrust levers. Confirm idle.
Idle.
The procedure is to try to restart the engines, and I always had faith we could do that.
Airspeed optimum relay. 300 knots. We don't have that.
We don't.
Okay, Cactus 1549, if we can get it for you, you want to try and land on runway 13.
We're unable.
The conversations with Captain Sullenberg were very short and to the point, which was very appropriate for the emergency. There's a lot going on and wasn't much time to handle it. When Captain Sullenberger simply said unable, it didn't bother me. I mean, he had his hands full flying the airplane, and I understood that. So my job is just to move on to the next option.
All right, Cactus 1549, it's going to be traffic for runway 31.
Unable.
카트는 여객기가 라과디아로 회항하기를 원하지만 1549편 항공기는 겨우 지상 426m에 떠 있습니다.
Cactus 1549, runway 4 is available if you want to take left, traffic runway 4.
I'm not sure we can make any runway. What's to our right? Anything in New Jersey? Teterboro?
Okay, yeah, off to your right side is Teterboro Airport. You want to try to go to Teterboro?
테터보는 허드슨강 옆에 있는 뉴저지의 작은 공항인데 수 킬로미터 떨어져 있으며 엔진이 멈춘 1549편 항공기는 빠르게 하강하고 있습니다.
You want to try to go to Teterboro?
Yes.
When the air traffic controller pointed out Teterboro, I looked at it and I stopped, and I was kind of concerned that he was actually going to try for it. I didn't think we could make it.
So you're sitting there very quietly. People are anxiously waiting for information, and they wanted reassurance that things were going to be okay. You could hear the microphone come on.
This is the captain.
We're hoping he was going to say, "I've got this under control. We're going to be okay. We're going to make it. We're going to turn around and go back and land." That's what you were hoping to hear.
Brace for impact.
What does he mean, brace for impact? And then all of a sudden it registered. I think he's saying we're going to crash.
Get your heads down!
I had no idea about how to brace for impact. Everybody's looking around, brace for impact. What do you mean, brace for impact? And how do you brace?
Go ahead. Try number 1.
I put it back on.
Okay, put it back on. Put it back on.
조종사들이 조난당한 항공기를 조종하느라 애쓰는 동안 패트릭 하트는 그들에게 공항을 안내해 주려고 노력합니다.
I actually worked Teterboro Airport for about 3 years, so I was very familiar with the airport.
Okay, Cactus 1549, you can land runway 1 at Teterboro.
Can't do it.
Okay, which runway would you like at Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
I'm sorry, say again, Cactus?
I could hear him, but my mind really didn't want to comprehend those words.
We're going to be in the Hudson.
That was a death sentence for him, and I didn't want to accept the fact that it was over and there were no more options left.
I don't think we're going back to Guardia.
I just emailed my wife and just said, "I love you." And I didn't say anything else because I really did not want her to worry.
Okay. Let's go. Put the flaps on.
I thought to myself, great, the Hudson River was our best opportunity. It was really the only thing in sight where we could land this airplane.
기내의 승객들은 항공기가 허드슨강으로 접근해가는 것을 지켜보며 스스로 대비를 하기 시작합니다.
So I started thinking about, if we're going to crash, I know I need to figure out where the exit rows are. If the water comes in, you need to be able to hold your breath long enough to get to those 4 or 5 rows and get the doors open if you can.
Got flaps out, 250 feet in the air.
We're not going to be able to get an engine started, so I started calling out airspeeds and altitudes
170 knots.
to give him a situational awareness of what was going on.
Got flaps 2. One more.
No, let's stay at 2. Got any ideas?
Actually, not.
We were so focused on what we were doing, and I always thought it would work out.
90m 아래로 내려가자 패트릭의 레이더에 항공기가 보이지 않습니다. 1호 사구편이 사라졌습니다.
When the aircraft disappeared off my radar, I just assumed that there weren't going to be any survivors.
객실에서는 승객들이 운명을 맞이할 준비를 합니다.
All the passengers really started kind of pulling together, and somebody yelled out as we were going down,
"Be ready at the doors!"
The folks at the door says, "We're ready." I was just scared to death.
We're going to brace.
Looked like the airplane was going right for the bottom of the Hudson River. All we saw was water cascading over the windshield.
It was like a tornado. Pieces of the plane were being torn apart. Some people were thrown around pretty good.
Then the airplane popped up, and it was just sort of gently rocking in the waves.
We all just sat there. We were all in shock, and we were waiting for what's next.
US 항공 1호 사구편은 이륙한 지 5분 8초 만에 불시착했습니다. 놀라운 방법으로 무사히 착륙했지만 승객과 승무원들은 새로운 위험에 직면합니다. 기체에 구멍이 뚫려서 얼음처럼 차가운 강물이 객실로 새어 들어오고 있습니다. (1호) 사구편의 조종사들은 뛰어난 항공 기술로 비행기를 착륙시켰지만 아직도 해야 할 일이 많습니다. 부기장 스킨스가 항공기를 멈추는 동안 슐렌버거 기장은 객실로 향합니다.
I stayed behind and did the evacuation checklist, and so it was probably about 45 seconds before I actually went back myself in the cabin after we landed.
7,500만 달러짜리 항공기가 순식간에 허드슨강을 떠내려가는 배가 됐고 기내에는 얼음처럼 차가운 물이 들어오고 있습니다.
That water was cold. It was very cold, so your feet are freezing. People came to their senses and they said, "Get the doors open, get the doors open."
관제탑에 있는 패트릭 카트는 항공기가 무사히 착륙했는지 알 수가 없습니다.
I didn't think anyone could survive a water landing like that. They got me off position because I was obviously in no condition to work traffic anymore.
패트릭 카트는 연합 사무실에 불려갑니다. 힘든 일을 겪었지만 조서 작성을 위해 그가 본 사고 정황을 진술해야 합니다.
I really didn't want to speak to anyone. I just wanted to kind of hide under a rock. I needed my wife to know what had happened, but I knew I couldn't talk to her because I was pretty much in a fragile state and I didn't want to break down. So I sent her a simple text message. I said, "Had a crash, I'm not okay, can't talk now."
탈출구 가까운 곳에 있는 승객들이 재빨리 문을 열고 슐렌버거 기장과 객실 승무원들은 승객들을 대피시키기 시작합니다.
I just jumped up very quickly and started making my way to the emergency door. And so I worked my way out onto the wing, just a few steps to start with. I started noticing that people around me had their flotation devices. They'd pulled up their seat bottoms, or they had a life jacket that they'd taken. I had nothing with me.
스카일스는 객실로 돌아가 가라앉고 있는 비행기에서 승객들을 대피시키는 승무원들을 돕습니다. 하지만 시간이 별로 없고 여승무원 한 명이 다쳤습니다.
I went back to about mid-cabin, and Sully and I and two young men were getting seat cushions and life vests, which are underneath the seats, and we're passing them out.
I'm looking around trying to assess the situation. Is the plane going to blow up? What's the next step? Yeah, there were actually probably 6 or 8 people that went into the water. And they were shivering and they were cold. We started pulling them back up onto the wing.
비행기 뒷부분으로 물이 계속 들어오고 있어서 탈출을 위해 승객들을 앞쪽으로 이동시킵니다. 이 항공기는 곧 물속으로 가라앉을 겁니다.
We were actually in the water, up to our knees, and it was just absolutely freezing cold. Every part of your body that was in that water just ached to the bone.
Come forward! Is there anybody here?
We were very confident there was nobody left on the airplane, but what was going on the wings, we just had no idea.
스카일스와 슐렌버거 거장이 제일 마지막에 빠져나왔습니다.
I just saw the big splash when the plane just bounced over the water.
A small commercial airline crashed into the water.
They've been in the water more than 10 minutes already.
라과디아 공항 직원이 뉴욕 구급대 사고 소식을 알립니다. 허드슨강 한가운데서 155명이 추위에 떨며 구조대가 제 시간에 도착하기를 바라고 있습니다.
I saw the first ferry. And I could see the wheelhouse. I felt like, okay, we're really going to be okay. There was a sigh of relief.
허드슨강을 왕복 운행하던 여객선이 사고 현장에 제일 먼저 도착했고 결국 해안경비대와 소방대의 구조 작업에 참여합니다.
The atmosphere on the ferry was still one of concern because we didn't know whether all the passengers got off the plane at that point in time.
I was sitting in the union office preparing to make my statement.
Where do I start?
And that's when one of my friends popped their head into the office and said, "Hey, Patty, it looks like everyone made it." And I was like, really? That was incredible news. I mean, I was still traumatized by the event itself, but the fact that everyone made it was just, it's like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders.
전 국민이 지켜보는 가운데 1호 사고편 항공기 승객과 승무원들이 모두 무사히 빠져나옵니다. 전 세계 수많은 사람들과 마찬가지로 미 연방 교통안전위원회의 수사관들도 뉴스 영상에 관심을 가집니다.
Hey, you gotta see this.
We learned a little bit about the accident, of course, before we launched. The TV channels were showing the aircraft in the river and everything.
모든 사람들이 대단한 착륙이라는 생각을 합니다.
I think it was a miracle and very blessed to walk away.
I reached over to Captain Sully and just said, I just want you to know you saved my life and everyone's lives here.
In my mind, we were dead. And every one of us came out of that alive. It's a miracle.
저녁이 되자 항공기는 거의 물속으로 가라앉았고 물살이 기체를 강가로 밀어내고 있습니다.
The aircraft was tied up against the pier, and we went down to look at it to see what we were up against, of course. But we can't do much at night.
미 연방 교통안전위원회 수사관 해럴드 레이첼이 현장에 도착합니다.
Water was dark, of course. We just saw the tail and most of the fuselage, and one of the wings was underneath the water.
We knew it was going to be quite difficult to get it A, out of the water, and then B, to a place where we could examine the components of the airplane in a more controlled manner.
수사팀에게 이건 특수한 상황입니다. 일반적으로 그들의 주요 과제는 사고 원인을 밝혀내는 건데 1호 사고편 항공기 사고 원인은 명백해 보입니다.
Birds.
기장이 처음 보냈던 구조 신호가 확실한 증거입니다.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Cactus 1549. Hit birds. We've lost thrust in both engines. We're turning back towards LaGuardia.
Okay, you need to come back to LaGuardia.
기장은 이륙 직후 새 몇 마리와 부딪혔다고 보고했습니다.
I think everybody realized that a bird strike had occurred. What people didn't know was what kind of birds brought the aircraft down. whether it might have been a combination of a bird strike plus something else, whether the crew acted and flew the aircraft as they should have.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
Get the QRH.
U.S. Airways pilot made an incredibly skillful emergency landing in the Hudson River.
수사팀은 두 조종사와 인터뷰를 하고 싶었지만 그들이 갑자기 유명해져서 만나기가 힘들었습니다.
It became a little bit more difficult than usual to A, locate the flight crew, and then B, to talk to them. They were instant heroes.
Nothing in a life can prepare one for the media frenzy of a situation, like this.
조종사들은 새로운 명예를 얻었지만 캐서린 윌슨 같은 수사관에겐 수사에 방해가 되는 부분이었습니다.
One of the most challenging things in this case was nobody wanted to sully Sully. He was a hero in this case, and we were the ones who was potentially going to pick apart what he did and try to find out what he did and whether it was right or not.
새가 추락의 원인이라는 걸 증명하기 위해 당국은 항공기를 강물에서 끌어내야 했는데 중요한 부분이 없어졌습니다.
We had been told earlier that both engines were still attached to the aircraft. That turned out not to be true. So that became a major goal right off the bat, was to figure out where that second engine was. We didn't know exactly where it was.
Let's focus on this area.
But we had films of the aircraft actually touching down, and we could cross-reference different things. We used some side-scanning sonar that gave us a very clear picture of the bottom.
It wasn't that easy to do because the Hudson River has a current, and the current changes throughout the day. So it took 3 days ultimately to find the engine.
며칠 후 되찾은 엔진과 항공기 나머지 부분이 뉴저지 창고로 옮겨져서 수사팀이 사고기 잔해를 자세히 살펴볼 수 있게 됐습니다.
We certainly couldn't do it out there at the edge of the Hudson River, and you can imagine how interesting it was to take an airplane 150 or 200 feet long through a very, very populated area in New Jersey.
항공기가 옮겨지자 수사팀은 음성 기록 장치와 비행 자료 기록 장치를 분석합니다.
Okay, let's hear it.
가장 많이 훼손된 꼬리 부분에 있었던 겁니다.
The cockpit voice recorder and the flight data recorder were in virtually pristine shape. The aircraft had sustained quite a bit of damage in the rear end, but the recorders themselves survived very well.
We were really lucky. All of the data was able to be downloaded normally.
We got one roll. Both of them rolling back.
조종실 음성 기록 장치를 분석하면 조종사들이 비상사태에 어떻게 대처했는지 알 수 있습니다.
In this case, both Captain Sullenberger and First Officer Skiles acted extremely professionally.
Ignition start.
Each member had their own roles and responsibilities. They stayed with those roles and responsibilities throughout the accident flight and communicated only when necessary.
Put the flaps up.
1호 사고편 항공기에서
My aircraft.
조종사들은 단 몇 초 만에 각자 개별적인 책임을 맡았습니다. 그들이 비상사태에 아주 잘 대처했던 이유 중 하나는 제프리 스카일스가 얼마 전에 에어버스 비행 훈련을 마쳤기 때문이었습니다.
This was my first trip out as a regular line pilot in the Airbus A320. It literally was right out of training.
And the benefit of that was that he knew exactly the checklist to turn to, and that's exactly what he did.
Fuel remaining, engine mode selector, ignition.
Crews are highly trained in emergency procedures, and the main thing is to follow procedures in this instance, and that's exactly what First Officer Skiles did by grabbing the quick reference handbook and turning to the appropriate checklist.
이 항공기의 엔진 재가동을 위한 점검표를 조사하던 수사팀은 당혹스러운 걸 발견합니다.
It was assembled for an event that occurred 20,000 feet in the air, where a crew would have plenty of time to slowly and carefully go through a 3-page checklist, the end of which was, how do we ditch the airplane?
So it was a 3-page checklist, and really I only got to about the page and a half through this checklist in the time that we had.
Airspeed optimum relay.
The crew spent a lot of time trying to restart the engines when they could have been focusing on preparing the airplane for the ditching.
300 knots. You don't have that.
We don't.
과거에 너무 완벽하게 점검표를 확인하다 치명적인 사고가 발생한 적이 있었습니다. 1998년 스위스 항공 여객기에 화재가 발생했었습니다. 승무원이 화재 시 사용해야 하는 점검표 확인을 완료하려면 30분이 걸리는데 그들에겐 30분도 채 남아있지 않았었습니다. 1호 사고편 항공기 점검표는 슐렌버거와 스카일스가 직면한 최대 과제와는 거리가 멀었던 거죠.
I'm not sure we can make any runway.
비상착수는 굉장히 어렵다고 알려져 있습니다. 완벽하게 하지 못하면 참사가 발생할 수 있기 때문입니다. 1996년에 공중 납치됐던 에티오피아 항공기장은 항공기 연료가 떨어지자 코모로 제도 연안에 비상착수를 시도했었는데 왼쪽 날개가 먼저 물에 닿으면서 옆으로 기울어져 기체가 산산이 부서졌습니다. 탑승자 175명 중에 50명만 살아남았습니다. 수사팀은 곧 비상착수 방법에 대한 시뮬레이터 교육을 실시하는 대형 항공사가 없다는 걸 알게 됩니다.
Training for ditching in a simulator is very difficult. We don't have the models to accurately simulate what an airplane would do when it touches down on water. Given the rarity of this type of event, it would be very difficult to justify training pilots for this type of event.
모의 훈련을 받은 일이 없었지만 슐렌버거 기장은 거의 모든 걸 제대로 실행했습니다. 기술을 올리고 날개를 수평으로 유지했습니다. 항공기 속도를 충분히 줄이고 꼬리 부분이 먼저 물에 닿게 해서 충격을 견뎌내도록 했습니다.
Nice flying.
미 연방교통안전위원회 수사팀은 중요한 의문점의 답을 찾기 위해 모의 실험을 진행합니다. 슐렌버거 기장은 허드슨강에 착륙해야만 했을까요? 활주로에 착륙할 수도 있었던 건 아닐까요?
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is Cactus 1549. Hit birds. We've lost.
수사팀은 항공기가 새와 충돌한 직후 체슬리 슐렌버거와 제프리 스카일스가 취했던 행동을 조사합니다.
Ignition.
We wanted to know, did the pilots do the right thing? So what we did in the simulator was we tested exactly that. Was there enough energy to make it back to LaGuardia? And what we found was that about 50% of the time we were able to make it back to the airport.
그러나 새와 충돌한 후 조종사들이 엔진 재가동을 시도하느라 지체된 35초를 설정하자 모의 실험에 참여한 모든 조종사들이 활주로에 도착하기 전에 추락합니다.
When we took into consideration the decision-making process that Captain Sullenberger went through, we realized that it was not possible to make it back to the airport.
Cactus 1549, runway 4 is available.
의심의 여지가 없습니다.
We're going to be in the Hudson.
허드슨강의 항공기를 착수시킨 건 올바른 결정이었습니다. 라거디아나 테트로로 공항으로 활공하기에 충분한 고도가 아니었기 때문입니다.
Got one roll. Both of them rolling back.
수사팀은 또한 슐렌버거 기장이 내린 결정이 모든 탑승자의 생존을 위해 아주 중요했던 점검표의 최우선 항목이 아니었다는 걸 발견합니다.
I'm starting the APU.
제트 여객기는 엔진이 전자장치에 동력을 주기 때문에 엔진이 멈추면 결국 항공기의 모든 장치가 멈추게 됩니다. 보조 동력원은 장치를 계속 가동시킬 수 있는 비상용 발전기입니다.
The APU allowed him to still see his screens, the instruments still worked.
A320 항공기 기능도 이 굉장한 착륙에 도움이 됐습니다. 보조 동력원이 항공기 컴퓨터에 전력을 공급해서 조종사들이 위험을 초래하는 행동을 하지 않도록 해주었습니다. 그 덕에 비행 영역을 벗어나지 않을 수 있었던 겁니다.
By starting the APU early in the sequence, the flight crew was able to maintain the flight envelope protections, which prevented the airplane from stalling when the airspeed got too slow.
He's right on the edge of stall speed.
비행 자료를 보면 슐렌버거 기장은 최적의 속도보다 느리게 비행하고 있었습니다.
The airspeed during the accident sequence got about 20 knots slower than it should have been for this flight.
A320 항공기 컴퓨터는 항공기의 상하 요동을 일정하게 조절하고 실속을 방지하도록 설계되어 있습니다.
We definitely could have had a much more catastrophic outcome had the airplane actually stalled.
Starting the APU.
슐렌버그 기장은 항공기의 복잡한 컴퓨터 시스템이 계속 작동하고 있다고 재빨리 판단했고 컴퓨터 덕에 자동 안전장치가 생겨서 거의 불가능한 일을 해낼 수 있는 기회를 갖게 됐습니다.
We're going to be in the Hudson.
It was a combination of a good crew and a good airplane.
Let's go. Put the flaps out.
The captain had the presence of mind, for instance, just before they were about to land, a couple of 100 feet in the air, to turn to the first officer and ask,
Got any ideas?
Actually, not.
They were both coordinating right up to the end, and that's what we like to see.
조종술과 비행훈련, 항공기 설계가 조화를 이뤄 155명의 목숨을 구했습니다. 하지만 수사팀은 새가 어떻게 최첨단 엔진 2개에 심각한 손상을 입혔는지 재발을 막을 방법이 있는지 알아내려고 합니다. 사고 발생 8일 후 수사팀은 마침내 엔진을 자세히 살펴볼 수 있게 됐습니다. 리처드 돌비어는 새와 항공기 충돌에 관한 연구에 대부분 시간을 투자했습니다.
When aircraft strikes a bird, generally there's not much left of the bird, particularly if that bird goes through the engine.
뉴욕 상공 914m에서 정확하게 무슨 일이 있었는지 알아내기 위해 엔진을 하나하나 분석합니다.
Let's look inside. We expose the engine surfaces to a black light. Proteins from many tissues will fluoresce with a black light. Much of the tissue was already gone, but many of the proteins stayed on the surfaces of the engine.
Look at that.
수사팀은 오른쪽 엔진 깊숙한 곳에서 까맣게 탄 유해들을 발견합니다.
Most of the remains found were just muscle tissue, bone fragments, and minuscule feather remains. I was able to find about 29 samples in one engine and 14 in the other.
그러나 엔진 외에도 훼손된 부분이 있습니다.
Birds.
The aircraft hit many birds. We found evidence on the wings and on the flaps and on the fuselage, but the plane can still fly when that occurs.
새와 충돌로 인한 위협은 잘 알려져 있습니다.
Bird strikes are a much bigger problem than the general public realizes. In the last 20 years, there have been approximately 210 aircraft that have been destroyed because of collisions with birds.
이 보잉 757 항공기는 영국 맨체스터에서 이륙 중 엔진에 까마귀가 들어갔지만 무사히 착륙했습니다. 2008년에만 4건의 극적인 사고가 발생했습니다. 보잉 747 항공기는 엔진에 황조롱이가 빨려 들어갔는데 조종사가 이륙을 중단해 사상자는 없었으나 항공기가 파손됐습니다. 이 여객기는 양쪽 엔진 모두에 사다새가 들어갔고 한 마리는 결국 조종실로 들어왔습니다. 수리비가 $200만 들었습니다. MD-10의 엔진은 알라고리 때문에 심각한 손상을 입어서 $90만 비용을 들여 수리를 했습니다. 이 세스나는 최소 한 마리 이상의 사다새와 부딪혀서 5명이 사망했습니다. 1988년 이후 새와 항공기 충돌 사고로 200여 명이 사망했습니다. 하늘에는 새가 더 많기 때문에 문제가 더욱 심각해질 수 있습니다.
By restricting the use of pesticides that were hazardous to birds, such as DDT, we've seen a tremendous rebound in the populations of bird species. A remarkable increase in the Canada geese that are resident, non-migratory birds. Nationwide, the population has grown from about 1 million to about 4 million.
라과디아 공황의 가장 큰 문제는 인근 라이커스 섬에서 1년 내내 서식하는 기러기 군집입니다.
From the year 2002 to 2004, there were 8 Canada goose strikes at LaGuardia Airport. It involved birds either on the airport or right off of the airport. One of those strikes almost caused a plane to crash, and it was a very close call.
지난 수년 동안 공항 관리인들이 라이커스 섬의 캐나다 기러기를 수백 마리 잡아서 안락사시켰습니다. 논란이 많긴 하지만 효과가 있을 겁니다.
So, where did these birds come from?
US 항공 1호 사구편 항공기에 충돌한 기러기가 이 지역의 새라면 통제할 수 있습니다. 수사팀은 기러기에 대해 더 많은 걸 알아야 합니다.
The remains that we did find were so small that we couldn't really tell what type of birds. We enlisted the help of the Smithsonian Institution. They can take remains, even very small remains, small pieces of feathers or flesh or whatever, and they can identify them.
새의 유해에 남아있는 DNA 분석으로 새 종류도 확인하고 어디에서 왔는지에 대한 단서도 찾기를 기대합니다. 분석 결과를 기다리는 동안 수사팀은 새 몇 마리가 68톤짜리 제트 여객기를 어떻게 하늘에서 떨어뜨렸는지 알아보려고 합니다. 엔진을 여객기에 장착하기 전에 엄격한 테스트를 통해서 극한의 조건 속에서도 제 기능을 하는지 확인합니다. 얼린 새의 사체를 엔진에 넣어보는 실험도 합니다. A320에 장착된 CFM 터보팬 엔진은 1996년에 테스트를 통과해 성능이 증명됐습니다.
The large bird test required for the CFM engine is shooting a 4-pound bird from an air cannon into the engine, which is running at near full power.
엔진이 계속 돌아가야 통과하는 건 아닙니다. 그대로 붙어 있기만 하면 됩니다. 슐렌버그 항공기에서 그랬던 것처럼 말입니다.
Well, the engines did not experience what we call uncontained failures. No large chunks of fan blades or anything flew out through the cowls to hurt people inside the airplane.
Fan blades are always the most interesting part to look at, and they often tell quite a story.
엔진에 달려있는 일련의 팬 날개는 중심부가 점화돼 추력이 발생할 때까지 들어오는 공기를 압축합니다. 새가 들어가면 엄청난 피해를 입힐 수 있습니다.
When a fan blade of an engine fails, it causes a lot of continuing damage. In this particular case, all the fan blades were there. They suffered severe damage, but none were broken.
엔진 분석 결과 팬 날개는 충격을 견뎌냈지만 양쪽 엔진 모두 중심부의 정교한 내부 부품이 손상됐습니다.
We got one roll, both of them rolling back.
Once we went into the engine itself, into the core, we determined that there was significant damage. When a bird gets ingested into the core, it is such a large mass compared to these blades that it does a lot of damage to them.
1호 사구편 항공기 엔진에 새가 들어가서
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is Cactus 1549.
엔진 압축기가 산산조각 났고 부러진 압축기 금속 파편들이 양쪽 엔진 중심으로 깊이 빨려 들어가서 엔진이 멈춰버렸습니다.
We've hit birds. We've lost thrust in both engines.
스미스소니언 협회에 의뢰했던 DNA 분석 결과가 나오자 수사팀은 마침내 1호 사구편 항공기 엔진이 2개 다 멈춘 이유를 알게 됩니다. 슐렌버그와 스카일스가 조종했던 비행기에 부딪힌 새는 성체 캐나다 기러기였는데 지금까지 엔진 테스트에 사용했던 새보다 훨씬 큰 녀석들이었습니다.
Because of that analysis, we know that these birds ingested each probably weighed about 10 pounds.
커다란 새 4마리가 1호 사구편 항공기 엔진에 부딪혔다는 것도 확인됐습니다. 엔진이 견뎌내기엔 많은 수였습니다.
Rarely do birds get ingested into the core of the engine. Rarely does an engine ingest the bird and then stop running completely. That's a very rare event.
Ignition start.
What makes this one even rarer is that both engines ingested birds and both shut down.
We're going to be in the Hudson.
DNA 검사로 드러난 또 하나의 사실은 이 사고와 관련된 기러기가 라과디아 공항 측에서 관리하느라 애썼던 그 지역의 기러기가 아니었다는 겁니다.
These were geese that had been in northern Canada during the preceding summer. They were migratory geese.
이주하던 캐나다 기러기와 1호 사구편 항공기는 공항에서 7km 떨어진 곳에서 충돌했습니다. 새의 수를 감소시키기 위한 기존의 프로그램들로는 충돌 사고를 방지할 수 없다는 뜻입니다. 새와 항공기를 따로 떼어놓을 수 있는 방법을 찾지 않으면 1호 사고편 같은 사고가 또 발생할 수 있다는 뜻이기도 합니다.
Romeo Whiskey 2-1, radar contact, launch report 20 DME southeast
매년 약 200만 대의 항공기가 뉴욕 상공을 지나갑니다.
Most people do not appreciate the problems that birds can cause to aircraft. They don't realize how a small, seemingly insignificant organism in relation to the size of an aircraft can cause these kinds of catastrophic failures.
항공업계는 새 충돌 사고 해결책을 찾아야 합니다. 엔진 앞면에 보호망을 설치하는 게 가장 확실한 방법이지만 심각한 문제점이 있습니다.
Screens can fall off, screens can break, and then they would be ingested into the engine, causing similar damage or more catastrophic damage.
보호망 때문에 난기류가 발생해서 공기 부족으로 엔진이 멈출 수도 있습니다. 겨울 날씨도 엔진 보호망에 심각한 문제가 됩니다.
A screen is a perfect ice builder, and it will accrete ice very quickly in icing conditions.
뉴욕 등 미국 도시 여러 곳에서 더욱 가능성 있는 해결 방법을 실험하고 있습니다. 존 F 케네디 공항에서는 특수 레이더가 하늘을 훑으면서 항공기 근처에 있는 새를 찾습니다. 대부분의 공항에는 무선 전파를 보내서 하늘에 있는 물체의 반응을 살피는 레이더가 설치되어 있지만 일반적으로 큰 물체만 보이며 이 정보의 대부분은 항공교통 관제사에게 전달되지 않습니다.
The fact is that their scopes would be cluttered with things. Tall masts from ships, for instance, would pop up on their radar as low targets. The clutter, in fact, would interfere with air traffic control, and that's not a good thing.
존 F 케네디 공항에서 정교하게 보정된 조류 탐지 레이더를 시험하고 있습니다. 이 레이더는 벌새 크기의 물체도 식별할 수 있고 항공기 운항 경로를 지나가는 새를 감지하면 조종사들에게 알려줄 수 있습니다.
I would love to see bird radar technology. The key would be how to incorporate that without increasing workload to an already stressed controller.
시험을 계속하고 있지만 조류 탐지 레이더의 상용은 수년이 걸릴 겁니다.
Cactus 1549, runway 4, clear for takeoff.
Cactus 1549, clear for takeoff.
그때까지는 새와 항공기 충돌 사고가 계속 발생할 겁니다. 무사히 착수한 1호 사고편 항공기는 이런 위협에 대처하는 현재의 최고 방어 수단은 훌륭한 운항 승무원 팀이라는 걸 증명했습니다.
We had a very experienced flight crew with very good training.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
Get the QRH.
All your training that you've done, all the years that you've been flying the airplanes, it all just comes back to you when you need it.
My aircraft.
Sully and I worked together extremely well in this event. I knew what was in his mind, and he knew what was in my mind. We were both accomplishing our individual roles, but we had a knowledge of the whole situation.
Okay, you need to return to LaGuardia. Turn left, heading 220.
220.
This event definitely puts things in perspective for you as a controller. One thing I appreciate more, the teamwork and how when you work together, you can pretty much accomplish whatever you need to accomplish.
Off to your right side is Teterboro Airport. You want to try and make Teterboro?
We're going to be in the Hudson.
허드슨강에 착수할 때 비행 훈련과 조정 기술이 필요했고 약간의 운도 필요했었습니다.
We had a very clear day. We had a perfect condition for the river. So there was just a series of really fortunate events that occurred that assisted this crew in landing successfully on the river.
Well, the safety board, we don't really deal in miracles very often, but this event had a lot of things that came together at the right time and the right place. And so a lot of us are thinking, well, maybe we do have a miracle here.
What a view of the Hudson today.